Hey guys, it's Saturday, May 31st, 2025, and I'm finally leaving for my first visit to Japan. Come with me on my journey. I have a lot of things to share with you.
So today is the travel day. I'm waiting at the airport in St. Louis to take American Airlines to Chicago, and then when I get to Chicago, I will board Japan Airlines to Tokyo. More footage to come, but wish me luck on this first little flight.
Once I landed in Chicago, I didn't really have a lot of time to get from my arrival gate to the gate where my next plane, Japan Airlines, Flight 9 was. So I could only grab a quick picture of the tail of the plane before it was time to board. So this is my seat on Japan Airlines Flight 9. It was seat 50K, so very back of the plane. You'll see that there is a couple of magazines in the seat back. You get a blanket. You get a pillow. Space-wise, I had plenty of space to stretch out. I am only 5'3", so that helped a little bit. And then you also have an in-flight entertainment system that is embedded in the seat in front of you. So if you'll look at it, you'll see that you have several options to choose from. The first option you have to choose from is movies and TV, and they had many different options, both Japanese, American, Disney, Paramount, all different types of movies to choose from. I ended up watching 4 on this flight. You can see kind of the variety that they offer here. There's also some audio that you can choose to listen to if you so like to on the plane and don't want to listen to your own music. And then there is also a flight map option. Here you can track where you're at on your journey. I used this several times just so I can kind of get an idea of how much longer I had to go on the plane. 14 hours is quite long and the longest I've ever done. There's also a shopping option on the in-flight entertainment. I did not take advantage of it because there was nothing that I needed. But if you're interested in duty-free purchases, perhaps on your way home from Japan, that is an option for you. You do have a remote if your touchscreen isn't working, and then as you can see, you do have a multi-fold out tray table. So one instant you have a drink cover, and then if you fold it out again, you have your full meal table. About an hour or so after takeoff, you're given a snack. You get to pick a drink. I chose the Skytime grape and peach juice. And then you're given a packet of rice crackers, something I had not tried before. In the rice crackers, you had a variety of different shaped crackers, different flavors. There were also some almonds. I found it quite enjoyable. You could also get them throughout the flight if you wanted to go back to the galley and have some more. I also enjoyed the Skytime juice. It was very, very sweet, but a very good combination. Of the meal, you had 2 options, either beef or chicken. I chose the beef, which was the Japanese meal. It's a hash chicken, and then you get a side salad, a bottle of water, potato salad with ham, some cut fruit, some soba noodles. As you can see, the main dish comes with the beef, kind of like a stew, some rice, some spinach, and some carrots. In trying the potato salad, it was a good thick slice of ham, and then a small scoop of potato salad, and there was also a piece of lettuce and a grape tomato. It was quite flavorful. The noodles, you had your buckwheat noodles, there were some green onions, and then there was a dipping sauce that you could put, and this I found quite enjoyable. In fact, I would have liked to have a second packet of this to put into my noodles. With my meal, I had asked the on the meal, the beef was kind of like chunks of stewed beef in a almost seasoned gravy. Kind of like a beef stew in a way. The rice was plain Japanese rice, no seasoning or anything like that. And then the carrots and spinach were okay. They were steamed, but they also didn't have any seasoning, so they were pretty bland. I didn't end up caring for that part. But overall, the meal was a great option. I really enjoyed it as a whole, and I am looking forward to the meal on my return home. For dessert, you get some fruit like watermelon, pineapple, and cantaloupe. All the fruit was very fresh. I enjoyed it. And then you also get some Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream. While vanilla may not be my favorite, it was still pretty good. Then I also went to the galley and I got some additional snacks such as milk chocolate, a Biscoff cookie, and some pizza snacks. Let me tell you. Oh, and I got some coffee as well to go with it. They were all decent, except for the pizza snacks, which I'm showing you now. They were not good at all. They had a really weird taste, and I did not enjoy them at all. Then about 8 or 9 hours into the flight, you get a little mid-snack, which was an apple Danish on this flight. And it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. And then about 2 hours before landing, you get your final meal. It consisted of a strawberry Chobani Greek yogurt and a Chicago hot dog. Which I thought was great theming since, we're flying out of Chicago. So it came with the hot dog, some mustard, some ketchup, some pickles, tomatoes, onions, and then I got some tea to drink with it. Overall, the hot dog wasn't bad. I think it was, your usual pork and chicken hot dog. I did really like the onions and the tomatoes and the pickles with it. And then, of course, the yogurt was your typical strawberry yogurt. So I enjoyed the second meal. Here's the view of us flying into Tokyo. It was so crazy to see so many buildings. I could even see some of the landmarks, like the Tokyo Sky Tree. But it was just really exciting and cool to finally be seeing the city that I was getting ready to explore.
So I've arrived at Tokyo, and I was going to take the bus, but it doesn't go to my hotel, so I'm trying the train station for the first time. Might be a little bit worried, but I'll figure it out. Let you know how it goes. Alright, I got all checked in. This is the Akihabara Bay Hotel. I'm on the 5th floor. This is kind of the locker area, and so you get a locker that's corresponding with your capsule. So I'm going to be capsule 509, so I have locker 509. There in the locker, you've got an amenity bag, which we'll check out whenever we get to the capsule, but I do know it's got loungewear and towels. I had to get bigger loungewear because I'm not the same size as they are, but the locker seems pretty spacious, so I should be able to get myself in there. I'm being kind of quiet because I don't know if anybody's sleeping and I don't want to be rude. This is the capsule room. Let's see. 509. This is my capsule, so it looks pretty spacious. I've got a pillow, a couple of pillows. Oh no, this is a blanket, a pillow. And we're going in. Actually, the mattress, I got. Pull this shut. Shuts like that. It's Japanese law that because it's a simple hotel, the doors can't lock, so that's why you have the screens. But you have to have a special key card to get in. So, and then we've got a hanger, an emergency map, sprinkler, lay back. I forgot to take my. Here's all the controls. So there's an alarm. There's your chest. This is light. This dims. Fan on and off. I brought my own fan, by the way, because I knew I would need it. And then there's an AC plug and a USB plug. And then both lights, a little mirror, which helps it feel spacious. You can't eat in here. No smoking, obviously. If you want to talk on your phone, you do so on the lounge. And you just don't talk loudly. I think it's going to be a pretty good stay in here. This is the bathroom that's on the floor. So you've got a little wash basin with some foam soap. And then 3 toilets. They are the Japanese washlet toilets with all the different functions. I used a couple on the plane and at the airport, and they are really, really nice. So like I said, I'm on the 5th floor, just the top floor. I don't know how many other people are in the other capsules, but there were some other women checking in. But yeah, this is the bathroom. Later, I will show you the shower room. This is where the lounge is, and there are some vending machines. So I guess I didn't really need to go to Lawson's, but yes, I did. They got tea, drinks, energy drinks, coffees, juices. Here's that looks like a hot water heater, microwave, trash can. Some different packaging than what we're used to. But I figured it out. And here they are. They are literally just chocolate coated ice cream bites. They give you a little toothpick to eat them with. And these were yummy.
Of course, I'm making a mess. You can see the vanilla ice cream inside. They were a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed them. Somebody else came in, so I was trying to make sure that I wasn't, being rude or getting them in. And then I got this tea, just a basic lemon tea, lightly sweet. Struggling to get it open and, fight with the camera because I'm still learning how to do everything. But it was really, really delicious. Here is a picture of the ladies' bathroom. You can borrow several tools like a hair straightener, and they provide all these facial supplies. And then here's kind of an overall picture. I enjoyed my stay at the Akihabara Bay Hotel. It was good for a one-night thing, and, maybe one day I'll go back. All right, future Skyhawk here, towards the end of my trip, but I did want to end this video by saying, this first travel day was fairly smooth. I mean, it had some hiccups, some challenges in it, but I figured things out, and I'm really happy to be here in Japan and share all of my experiences with you. See you soon.